What the fuck? It's the end of July!
This only happens in New England.
Honest to God.
You think we live in the South, but we don't.
Fucking hood rats.
We just live in the hood. Well,
Get it done!
No. You're just around the corner
He's
of the
like
hood.
half the hood.
He's around the corner of the hood.
Yeah.
You walk like half a block up.
And there's the hood.
Black people.
It's when I walk a half a block and I'm like, oh, turning around.
I gotta hide my shoes.
Sound like the Dudley boys are out there.
Hey, when I used to live on the Ave.
That's not the hood, but...
No, that's worse.
The Ave is pretty bad.
It's worse than the hood.
I got held up with a knife because the guy wanted to know what was in my bag. All I had was a Kit Kat bar.
Did you give him a break?
No.
Did you give him that Kit Kat?
I did not.
Did you say Kit Kat? And he was like, damn.
He didn't have a knife. He put his hand in his pocket. Like, he was like, yo, bro, what's in the bag? And I'm like, it's chocolate and a soda.
You should have said penis.
He's like, let me see what's in the bag. I'm like, no, it's chocolate and a soda. Like, no, I'm not having your shit.
Was it actually just chocolate and a soda?
Oh, his last thing he said was, I'll remember your face. I'm like, just like this.
Okay, bye.
Peace out. I live right here, by the way. Wanna really know?
Still waiting for Brock to show up at your house.
Still waiting for Naya. Boo, where you at?
I didn't know she was your type.
I don't really like her anymore because she's very mean.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Phenomenal Wrestling Podcast. We're doing a weekly review. Zell here, Sinister here, and for some reason, there is a dog in my house. Thought we said that dogs weren't allowed in the house.
I'm a dog?
Woof, sir. Woof.
Where's this coming from?
The big dog
Oh, really?
is not allowed in the house.
You're really gonna say that? You would appreciate that. You would be proud of yourself. In reality, I am 6-4. So you keep fantasizing about your win.
I mean, I told you, it's a different story. I'm not a broken man anymore.
I just want to say something while this goes on.
You broke this streak before.
This one will be up on the podcast. There's proof of this one now. I broke the streak before this best of 7 took place, but it hasn't been posted yet.
To prove that, you just have to sing. You've done that in Spanish.
And it was horrendous!
Alright.
Oh my god!
And this is English.
I could fuck that up too. We know me.
Yeah, well, make it work.
I could fuck up a wet dream.
Shall we open up Raw?
At that point, yeah, probably best to change the subject.
So-
My name is DF.
Raw opens up, and they show a graphic in memory of former WWE Tag Team Champion Masa Ciato. Passed away at the age of 76. Rip Masa Ciato. Don't know who you are, but apparently you were important. So it opens up with Kurt Angle in the ring. Says, last night I said that...
Do you hate Raw this much?
It's like pulling teeth sometimes. But Kurt Angle was in the ring. He was like, last night I said Brock had an option. Turned into 3 options. Which was A... What?
Oh my god!
You sound so depressed.
Seriously. Okay, we have to announce this then. Raw will be a lot more entertaining next week because we've officially swapped again. Because I felt sorry for this man.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be depressed.
No!
Or just not watch it.
No, I still made it entertaining at least.
You didn't.
Even when I was reading reviews.
So, Kurt Angle said...
Oh, I would rather watch paint dry.
Kurt Angle said pretty much he had 3 options. Option 1 was you show up. Option 2, you sign a contract or whatever. And option 3 was you get stripped of the title. Paul Heyman comes out, says, ladies and gentlemen. Kurt Angle's like, no, shut up. We know who you are. You know your advocate. Where is he? Oh, he's not here. Well, then I guess I have to strip the title. And Paul was like, no!
Well,
God,
I
no!
find it funny because the first time before Paul Heyman came out, Kurt Angle finished his sentence, said Brock Lesnar is stripped of the title. He finished the whole sentence as Paul Heyman tried to cut him off.
Guess.
And then, that time, Paul Heyman actually did cut him off. I'm like, were you supposed to... You said it, Angle, so you gotta be stripped. You finished the sentence.
No.
He did finish the sentence, but...
You know better.
He finished the sentence.
Clearly, Apparently, Brock Lesnar sucks better dick than Trish Stratus did back in the day.
Oof. That's what you're gonna go with, huh?
Why else would Vince be this fucking have such a hard on for this man?
We're trying to make this a PG show for all you kids out
Just
there.
because Trish did porn.
Let's face it.
She didn't do porn. I've told you this. It was a lookalike.
Can I go on?
Yes.
Please
So
do.
Paul Heyman agrees to having Brock Lesnar defend his title at SummerSlam. Said, Kurt Angle, the one thing you gotta do now is find a worthy challenger to be victimized. It's the same shit, okay? Cue in Bobby Lashley. He said, no need to look any further. My name's Lashley. Now I'm a man of Bob.
What is he, Baron Corbin?
And
No, there's a little too much emotion in that to be Corbin.
Oh, you're right, and it wasn't as slow.
My name's Bobby Lashley.
and then the greatest
Bubblegum shrimp.
the greatest tease of all time. Drew McIntyre comes out.
Oh, that was such a tease.
And he was like, you know, I'm ready to fight Lesnar.
Why does he sound like the dude from Talladega
I
Nights,
just
the
came
French dude?
from the Outback and I got my steak meal. And it was great.
He sounds like John Girard from fucking Talladega Nights. Why? But I will say, Drew gave me blue balls.
Pretty much he said...
Drew gave me blue balls. Seth gave me blue balls.
I haven't gotten there yet, sir. My brain
Spoiler.
is still frying.
Your brain's frying.
Fuck, I lost my
Yeah,
place.
he had to watch it.
And now I've sworn. Shit me. Alright, Drew is like, you know, I'm here too, Kurt. And then, yeah. So, this is what happened afterwards. Who else came out?
Seth.
I'm just playing. Who was the next guy to come out? It wasn't Seth. It was Finn Balor.
No, Seth.
No, it
then
was
Finn.
Seth, then Finn.
Then Roman.
We're missing one, because there's 6.
Yeah.
Bobby, then Drew, then Seth,
Elias
then
came
Elias.
out after Roman.
I'm
Seth,
pretty
Elias, Roman, yeah.
Seth, Elias, Finn, Roman. Roman was the last one.
Yeah.
Alright, so, as you heard, all those guys came out.
Doing his job.
And just letting you know, Roman didn't even ask for a fucking match against Lesnar.
Which is true.
He just
said,
said,
I just
want
want
a
to
match.
fight
I don't
someone.
want anything. I lost. I'm man up to that. I just want a match, Kurt. And he was like, great, you'll be in the number 1 contenders match. So, and it's starting next. Roman, Finn, and Drew, which was a hell of a match.
It was a very good match.
But everyone called it on this podcast, pretty much. Finn ate the pin.
We
And-
did think Baron Corbin was going to get involved, but thank the Lord and Savior.
Oh, don't worry, that's not over yet. Drew looked really, really strong. Ultimately got Superman punched, I believe, and then he got Superman punched, and then he ran to Roman to do the Claymore. Roman ducked out of the way. He hit Finn. Roman Superman punched him. Went out to the ring. And then Finn was like staggery and spear.
1, 2,
3.
3.
Roman wins.
Lol.
Bailey backstage waiting for Kurt Angle. Angle walks in, says Sasha is holed up in her locker room. Bailey says that's typical of her. Angle asks about the counseling session, and Bailey says it didn't go well. It just didn't work.
Oh, Kurt didn't watch it?
Right. This is hard for Bailey to say, but she doesn't think she and Banks will ever be together again. Angle announces Bailey and Banks will take on the ravishing team of Alicia Fox
Who?
and Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke and who? I didn't get that name right.
Alicia Fox.
Oh, that's what he was trying to say.
Yes.
I didn't understand it with his weird accent.
Yeah. What do you expect? He's not a Scottish supernova.
Next was Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler says he beat Rollins 5 times. He's the man. He's this. He's great. He's awesome. And coming the glorious one, Bobby Roode.
Glorious!
Roode takes the...
His name's Bobby Food now.
Oh,
remember?
yeah, Bobby Food. Sorry about your damn E. coli. Roode takes the mic and says Ziggler wouldn't be out here bragging if it weren't for Drew. Roode says Ziggler should be bowing down to McIntyre because if it weren't for him, he'd be telling bad jokes in some comedy club. Ziggler asks Roode how it was watching last night's show from the sidelines.
Hey, Dolph's actually pretty funny.
Bobby versus Ziggler's next. Ziggy wins
Ziggs.
clean without Drew. 1, 2, 3 with a Let me see who it was. Oh yeah, super kick. I thought it was a zigzag, but it was a super kick.
He went for a zigzag, but
Yeah,
Bobby grabbed rope.
Yeah,
The only way to apparently stop the zigzag.
it's grab a rope.
No.
Seth should have thought of that at Extreme Rules.
He was holding the rope.
So we see Lashley backstage warming up. Lashley says, "People say the Beast fears no man, but the Beast has never faced anyone like me." Lashley goes on about SummerSlam and says he will become Universal Champion, which is not going to happen. Back from the break, and Mojo Rawley approaches Bobby Roode backstage, clapping at him. Says, you're supposed to be glorious. Laughs and walks off. Tyler Breeze versus Mojo Rawley.
Tyler Breeze got a singles match, and I was
Mojo
sad.
Rawley won for the Alabama Slammer.
Sad.
Such a joke.
Yeah.
He's 205 Live bound.
He needs to be in 205 Live. He needs to be what he was when he fought
Prince
Jim
Pretty.
Shea, Thunder Liger.
Prince Pretty Breeze needs to come back. Don't get me wrong. Love me the fashion police, but they're not doing anything.
And you know what? In Fandango, love him to death. I'll never forget Fandangoing. Don't come back as Fandango. Come back as Johnny Curtis, who you were in NXT, a fucking badass. Just come back as him. You have the weight. You had the look. It's just some stupid idea to do this.
Hey, Fandango did beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania.
You're saying that to piss me off. Fuck you.
He hated
I
Fandango.
saw... Yeah, it cost me $5. I did see something, and it was like, imagine Fandango in the Attitude Era. Imagine what he could have done with his whole gyration nonsense. And imagine him in a tag team with Val Venus.
Val Penis.
Continue Raw.
Constable Val Penis.
God fucking...
So Sasha and Bayley versus the other two Nimrods, and Banks pretty much nails a crossbody from the apron, taking out Fox and Dana on the outside.
Taking out who?
Alicia.
And
Fox.
Why does he keep saying it weird?
Foxy.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
And then
No, you gotta say it properly.
Banks beat the shit out of Fox and Dana down on the floor as the referee counts them all out.
Who did he talk about?
Sasha just walks away looking like, I'm so above this.
Who's he
I'm
talking
above
about?
the blue brand.
You're understanding him.
After the bell, Banks walks away and goes straight to the back. Still to come, Elias versus Rollins versus Lashley. Stay tuned, folks, because we all know who's going to win that.
But what happened to Alicia Fox?
We come back and see Sasha Banks talking to Bayley in the back. Things get barely heated out, but Banks says that, I love you. There, I said it. And Banks walks away.
I was
feel
very
it's
confused.
Really off. I'm like, is this I wrote, is Eric Bischoff going to show up and say HLA again? Which is hot lesbian action.
I was very confused by this.
It was great.
I was like, wait, what? What the fuck?
The announcer show us steals from the steel cage match between
Mickey
Braun
James and Trish all over again.
Kevin. Renee Young is backstage with Strowman, asking if he has any regrets for what he did to Owens. Braun says he does regret. He regrets he didn't have the chance to congratulate Kevin Owens on the win last night. Renee asks Braun why he didn't step up for one of the triple threat matches to face Brock Lesnar. Braun raises his monster in the bank briefcase and says, "Because I have this. And I'm going to use this when I see him." We go to the ring, and out come the new Raw Tag Team Champions, Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, to a bunch of boos, which was kind of weird. B-Team versus The Ascension. Fuck my life.
The Ascension were on TV.
Yeah. After the match, Axel and Dallas stand tall with their titles. The celebration is interrupted by former champions Matt and Bray. They tell the B-Team to enjoy the victory because the fun won't last. They will get their rematch next week and take back what is rightfully theirs. Axel and Dallas shall be deleted forever.
Yeah, y'all are getting a rematch on a Raw 2 weeks after.
And
you're not winning those back.
They might lose. The B-Team might lose.
I think they're going for a fatal four-way.
Yeah, the rivalry will show up, and then
the who?
AOP will show up afterwards.
The who will show up?
Yeah, we still
The
see
rivalry?
stills of Ronda Rousey, Nia, Mickey, Natty, and Raw Women's Champion Alexa Extreme Rules. Blizz and Mickey are backstage walking.
Blizz.
I said Bliss.
You said Blizz, and you said the rivalry, and not the revival.
Whatever. Back from break, and out comes Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss. You like that?
Why you disrespected
And
my
Mickey
girl?
Joms.
Okay, that's funny.
Bliss
That's not
brags
funny.
on retaining over Nia Jax at Extreme Rules and how she
Oh, but Nia
dominated
Jax
the
doesn't
women's
get a funny
division
name.
for so long. Bliss says it wasn't hard to outsmart Jax last night, and she can now officially say she's beaten every woman in the locker room. Oh! Here comes there Ronda Rousey. Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima Delta Shield. Walking down from the crowd.
Because she's still suspended.
With the octopus hairdo.
I thought she shaved her head for a minute.
I thought so too. I'm like, what did she do? So
what are those?
Pretty much, Ronda attacks Alexa. Angle comes out and says, Rousey, you need to calm down, especially after what you did last night. Angle says Ronda has just 2 days left on her suspension and needs to go home to wait it out. Out comes Constable Baron Corbin. What the hell do you want?
I don't remember her getting her hands on Alexa. She beat the shit out of Mickey.
Yeah,
Alexa ran.
She was chasing around Alexa.
Yeah.
And they had to drag her off from Mickey James.
Because Mickey deserved it.
Probably. Mickey's hairdo was all fucked up.
Yeah, it was.
Baron Corbin comes out and says Ronda needs to be reprimanded for her actions. Mickey and Bliss stand by Corbin as they yeah, do that. Angle says Corbin is right. He has to add another week. Corbin's upset. 1 week? That's not long enough.
You're talking too fast.
1 week?
Corbin threatens to call Commissioner Sandman.
He's not retarded.
What?
You gotta talk like Dory.
What?
And Finding Nemo when it comes to the whale sounds.
Where is my phone? Angle says, oh, he must be looking for this. Angle tells Ronda he will give her a match with Alexa once her stipulation is over.
Her stipulation?
That's what it says. But if she pulls another... It said stipulation.
But it's her suspension.
Another
So you made a typo.
The match won't happen. Angle adds that the match will be a title shot at SummerSlam.
The biggest party of the summer.
We get another look at Angle and Heyman. The Authors of Pain versus Titus Worldwide.
Yeah, we know how that went.
Next up, we see Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan backstage walking. They run into No Way Jose's conga line and keep it moving as Sarah Logan takes someone's sunglasses and puts it on herself. Ember Moon versus Sarah Logan.
Yeah, this was weird.
Really good match, though. I enjoyed this match thoroughly. Even though my bae lost. Sarah Logan impressed me.
Pretty much, Moon knocks Liv off the apron. Logan takes advantage and comes up from behind for a roll-up for a close 2 count. Moon with a big kick for a 2 count. More back and forth between the two. Moon drop kicks Logan out of the ring. Moon runs the ropes and hits a suicide dive, sending Logan into the barrier. Moon brings it back into the ring for a close 2 count. Moon goes to the top again. But Liv distracts her, allowing Logan to take advantage and bring her down for the pin. Sarah Logan. Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah, I haven't been sold on Sarah Logan, but after actually watching that match with Ember Moon, she looked really good in it.
I've always liked Sarah Logan. She's a little clunky, but I've always liked her. The match was alright.
She's hot. We see Elias backstage with his guitar.
There he goes.
Back from the break, and with announcers.
He just slid that in
There
there.
he goes.
Back from the,
She's hot.
Do you need to leave? Leave! 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 Not you too, it's your segment!
but it's true though, she's hot.
Charlie Horse.
Back from break,
My leg.
the announcers plug Wyatt and Hardy versus the Raw Tag Champions, the B-Team.
Fuck me.
Number 1 contenders triple threat match is next. Elias, Seth, and Bobby. Ladies and gentlemen, hell of a match. Bobby wins.
Wait,
Pins Elias. After the match, Lashley stands tall as we go to replays. Reigns versus Lashley is confirmed for next week. We come back to Lashley making his exit up the ramp as his music hits. Rollins and Elias recover at the ring. Raw goes off the air with Lashley celebrating on the stage. So next week, ladies and gentlemen, tune in. Tune in. Because not only is there someone else doing this, but it's also Lashley and Roman, the main event of Monday Night Raw.
Gotta say it like Vince.
Raw. Monday Night Raw. Oh, fuck. Charlie Horse.
I would slip into her pulled pork.
What?
Nani?
Sarah Logan.
No, I got that. I'm just...
I'm feeling her country fried chicken. And the heat has gotten to my head.
Raw's a B.
What happened to setting a good example for your daughter?
B minus. Raw's a B minus.
I would have given Raw an A minus had those triple threats.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean? As if I said something fucking wrong in this fucking podcast. All I said was I wanted to fuck Sarah Logan. Is that such a fucking problem? Fuck! Hi, Sarah. Sorry.
we
That was my evil twin.
we apologize here
His
for
name
the
was Noslin.
vulgarity.
Noslin?
Noslin.
Okay, Brain.
What?
Braun and Brain Strowman, his brother.
Braun and Brain. No, you don't understand.
Oh my god.
It's just my name backwards. Noslin.
Mine backwards. Mine backwards is
Nerb.
Lesned.
Nurb.
Nerub and Braun.
I'm Lesned. We used to talk about this when we were kids. Backwards
In
names.
your Serb.
Sirb. Where do you see the B in my name?
Hold on. Hold on.
It's Kyer.
No, it's not Kyer.
Eric.
You have a
It's
K.
Eric is. I do not have a K.
I think you would have a K if it was Kyer.
Eric, it has
It's more
a K
like
sound.
Sire.
It is like sire, but it's not Eris. It's Eric.
Listen,
As a K sound.
okay.
Shut the fuck up and don't you dare raise your hand.
I don't know why your mom gave you a C at the end of your name, but it's Sire, not Kyer.
I give Raw a B minus as well, but a pretty low B minus.
Like an 80.
Like
I
a
give
solid 80.
No, I give Raw a B.
80.
It's getting a B. The only thing that it caused it, the A minus, was because of the triple threat predictabilities.
Really?
Yes.
And the I Love You by Sasha.
That kind of fucked me up. I kind of want to see where that's going.
And Sarah Logan winning
Listen,
clean over
a couple hot lesbian moments.
Oh my lord.
And Mojo. Anytime you see Mojo, that's like minus 15 points right there.
It depends. I enjoyed Mojo the first week. The second week he did the same thing. And then last week him winning over No Way Jose. And then this week beating Tyler Breeze. Now I'm kind of... can we get the Hype Bros back together?
I'd dunk her nugget in honey mustard.
I was gonna say, let's talk about something random for a little bit, but you know what? That's probably not for the best.
That's as random you can get. Sarah Logan.
Yeah, do
I believe you're going to have to worry about a War Raider.
I can trim your hedges. Because we all know you like
Like Bush baked beans?
Bush baked beans.
Is Duke around?
No.
You don't remember Duke? The dog from the Bush baked bean commercials?
Oh, no.
This here is Duke.
Get her done. I got some of my homemade barbecue sauce. It looks kind of white, but I think you catch my drift. I'm a baby killer, you see.
What the fuck? Is there something in the water here? Don't mind him.
He hasn't drank any water here.
I toast some marshmallows on my penis.
What?
What?
Do you need to leave the room?
I'm perfectly fine.
He's not anymore. Don't stop. We got fucking neighbors.
Fuck them! Have you heard them?
Not really, no.
You haven't gone down the hallway and heard. Oh!
No.
Yes, I have. Those marshmallows on my penis.
Kaylee's been watching lately too, which makes it even more funny.
Who's been watching?
Kaylee.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Are you just trying to talk dirty to Kaylee through the podcast?
Very possible.
Maybe Eric should try that tactic, see if it works.
Oh my god. I'm gonna toast marshmallows on my
Who's
penis.
my bae for Raw? Is it Nia?
Who is your baby?
At this point, it just should be Sarah Logan, just to make sense.
Because I know I have Peyton, Alexa, and Candace. This one has This one has Ember, Kyrie, and
Zelina.
Zelina. And you have Becky,
Shayna.
and
I had Nia, but
Sarah Logan.
Oh my god.
Riding that Sarah Logan train.
Or is she riding your train?
No, I'm riding her train.
Wait the fuck?
She got a big old dick that I like. Put some barbecue sauce on that. Deep fry that some bitch! Make it rain, Sarah! Make it rain!
Oh my god, I'm gonna piss myself!
Sorry, Rose. Is it the one that's dating her? Apologize.
Oh my god.
Once you go redneck, you end up in a trailer park.
Oh my
So much.
Oh my god.
I need medicine.
For what?
My head.
What's wrong with your head?
This is what happened to Chris Benoit.
Fuck.
It comes full circle, ladies and gentlemen.
Sir, he is on my bed. If you fucking spray him, I swear to God.
No one's spraying me.
Bad.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Fuck. Oh my god. I can't.
Get her done.
I can't even.
Get her done. Well, get me done, am I right?
Ladies and gentlemen, Synysters just left us. You better hope Sinestro doesn't come back. Well, with that being said, on to Smackdown Live. Which, for some reason, Eric does not like.
He just hates AJ. This is this thing he's in right now.
I don't know why.
I understand that we want someone new, but in all reality, I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
So, I don't see the problem. It's not like he's fucking Lesnar.
That's the thing. People used to complain about like short title reigns, and now that we're getting a long title reign, there are the couple who are like, no, we need to change. Because he won it what, in December? No, he won it right before Survivor Series, so November.
Yeah.
So November.
He's gonna make a year in November.
Yeah, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 8 months. Almost just about 8 months. I really don't see a problem with the length of the title reign. His title reign got off to a shitty start because he had handicap matches and six-pack challenges. And his Nakamura matches ended shittily for the first, like, 4 of them.
Yeah.
But I like the match with Rusev.
Yeah.
I think Rusev got... I don't want to say Rusev got put over because he lost, but Rusev had a good showing.
This isn't nice for Rusev because Rusev has asked for his release before.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, it's not going to work out like this. You need to... It was too soon for him, but it was too late for him at the same time. Too soon as in you gave him a match at Extreme Rules for the title versus a huge match like at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Because most likely it's Joe after what Joe did to the Perfect 10. It's most likely him.
That's what the rumor's been. And I think it would have been better if it wasn't an Extreme Rules match.
Yeah.
They could have sold a lot more.
Yeah. And Rusev could have lost because of an Extreme Rules, and he could say, I only lost because weapons.
Exactly.
He could have been strong, but whatever. It's their decision. I'm sure they know what's best.
But we'll talk more about awkward booking decisions with AJ. SmackDown opened up with Jeff Hardy coming to the ring and cutting a promo. Jeff Hardy saying he looks like Jeff Hardy, he makes an entrance like Jeff Hardy, he moves like Jeff Hardy, he doesn't feel like Jeff Hardy because his heart is broken since he lost the United States title. He's going to make Shinsuke fade away and classify himself as obsolete and delete and he said all the key words in this promo.
Quick question. You think he's going to Raw after SummerSlam?
I think they're gonna want to try to run a Brother Nero thing on his own for a little while and then reunite him with Matt.
Or do you think it'll be Matt versus Jeff at Mania?
I hope not.
Because that would suck.
I hope not.
But this is Vince. And he's done this so many times where it's Matt versus Jeff.
True. But he does say enjoy the show and he leaves. We then get Nakamura backstage saying, did you hear what Jeff Hardy said? This and that. And Nakamura says, Jeff Hardy is, one of my favorite phrases, a sad clown.
He wears paint because he cries.
And my new favorite catchphrase of any superstar, God bless America. When he said God bless America, I laughed out loud, actually. I was literally just... Because in my mind...
It'd be cool if they redesigned the United States belt. Just keep it the way it looks, the same. Just take the America out and put in, Japanese. That'd be pretty dope.
God bless
I've heard
America.
rumors that the U.S. title might be going bye-byes.
For what? Do you know? In exchange of? Or make the European title. I like that title.
I missed that title.
Bring it back. Be like, see? We like people more than just Americans. But, Hiro Nakamura is great. Really happy with Hiro Nakamura.
Next week, I want to hear him sing God Bless America.
God bless America.
Brian that I love.
1,
Wow.
2,
Wow.
3,
Wow.
4,
Wow.
5, 6,
Wow.
7,
Wow.
8,
Wow.
9, 10,
Wow.
10,
Wow.
10,
Wow.
10.
Wow.
He comes later. Apparently Nelson comes first with Sarah Logan.
Don't get me started again. I just came back.
Well, Nelson hasn't finished.
Took her down by the lake side that one night. Boy, smelled like fish paste. SpaghettiOs. Just like Mama used to make it.
Okay, I'm gonna spit it out.
He swallowed. He's not a quitter. Is Sarah Logan a quitter?
I sure did swallow. Sure did swallow. I wasn't gonna upset my woman. Or my horse.
What? Alright. So,
Oh my fuck.
That's exactly what I did. Choking on that penis.
God damn it, Nelson.
Alright.
I think it's time for you to catch a fucking breather.
I'm sorry about your damn luck.
He's been James Storm this whole time.
Who the fuck are you?
Go on.
So we then get ready for the opening match, which I'm very surprised Jeff Hardy opened the show in a very quick fashion. First off...
He beat the shit out of him in the very beginning. Were you talking about the match or are you talking about the show?
The show.
Oh, okay.
He just opened the show.
Oh, okay.
A 5-minute promo, which if we're gonna have promos open shows, I feel like a lot more of them need to be 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it was weird because he said what he needed to say, a theme song went on, and he walked out.
Nothing happened, and then they just said
Okay.
Shinsuke backstage.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, okay, but...
It would have been better had that conversation with Renee Young happened with Shinsuke in the ring talking back to Jeff.
Yeah.
Asking him if he's a sad clown. And he
But then we
cries.
definitely would have had some kind of,
Yeah.
Fuckery.
altercation at that point. We then get ready, which was said to be the opener, but I guess the opening match, quote-unquote, still counts. AJ Styles versus Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega. AJ's title reign was noted at 252 days.
They're doing this. Why are they noting it for?
Because...
He's never going to surpass Lesnar.
Nope. But I'm trying to think. Who was the longest reigning WWE champion in particular of recent? Once again, CM Punk.
Right, because Universal is its own thing.
Yeah.
But they
So that
talked
was just
about-
longest champion in general. Longest title reign.
Longest title reign in the modern era.
Yeah.
Right.
So if AJ breaks CM Punk's record, which I don't think he will, then they would say the longest reigning WWE champion
He
of
very
the
well
modern
might
era.
break that record. So, we shall see.
Because CM Punk's was 400... And how long? 413, something like that?
So,
Who?
CM Punk's.
434.
34. I knew there was a 3 in there. So he would have to hold that till, Mania next year.
yeah.
I don't think he's going to hold it that long.
I don't think so either. I think AJ drops it. I want to say Survivor Series.
Survivors. I can see either Survivor Series or the Rumble.
Yeah.
I don't know which.
See, I have AJ participating in the Rumble.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, go on.
Alright, alright, the Styles and Almas match. Styles and Almas had a good TV match. They did not rev it up as much as these guys can go, but I guess
Commercial breaks.
with 2 commercial breaks. I feel like there's more and more commercial breaks every week.
This week was the week of commercials between both shows.
Yeah.
Both shows.
He came back to Andrade for him to do like a clothesline, and then they went back to commercial. But this time, you got the little
box.
Which, that really took away from the match, but I'll talk about why that took away from the match when we get to the end. I guess you can say this was the coming out party for Almas, because he actually got in a lot of offense on AJ, and they tried to play it off as Almas had AJ on the ropes, which that's how it was sold. The match came to an end when Almas hit the running knees, got a 2 count, went for the hammerlock DDT, and AJ rolled him up into the calf crusher, and Almas tapped. Mm-hmm. I do not agree with Almas tapping. I do see some of the point that people are making, because when Almas came out, like, nobody gave a shit, but then people were popping for his near falls towards the end. So I guess the casual fans now will look out for him more, I
truly believe the casual fans are at SmackDown, honestly, and the hardcore fans are at Raw, because when there's a new guy coming up, or there's a new guy coming in that is well known in NXT, they get a huge pop at Raw. On SmackDown, the only time they get a huge pop is if people know that there's like a draft coming up, so more people buy tickets to SmackDown, you know? I don't know. It just seems weird, because it seems like the good guy gets cheered, the bad guy gets booed, and that's the end of it on SmackDown. On Raw, you get a little bit of a twist. I'm not saying Raw's better by any means, but it seems like there's a variety of people that different from Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah,
like NXT
definitely.
is hardcore shit.
Straight up.
Right.
The thing with the commercial breaks, throughout all of those commercial breaks, AJ was working the leg.
Yeah.
That did not get seen on TV. So when you're watching it, you're like, why did he tap out rather quickly? But I thought it was a good match.
It's very worrying because they're treating him like Cena, and AJ brought up great points against Cena, and you're becoming Cena. I know it's not your fault, but that's what they're doing.
Now AJ is the gatekeeper of SmackDown, but Brock is the gatekeeper of all.
Oh, I don't know about that. Brock is like, I don't know. It's not a gatekeeper at all.
Brock Lesnar is untouchable.
Brock Lesnar's a piece of shit.
Listen, when you die and you get to those pearly gates, you're going to have Paul Heyman, who's going to come to you and says, "You can't withstand my client, Brock Lesnar. You cannot go through these pearly gates."
I feel like that's like hell. Like, Paul Heyman's waiting for you in hell.
Brock Lesnar is
not ready for my
the
beast.
key bearer of heaven and hell.
He's standing outside of Satan's door.
The closer you get to Satan's door, he says, dun, 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 dun.
Paul, say something stupid.
But that happens. They talk about how Aiden English then accidentally screwed Rusev at Money in the Bank with the exposed turnbuckle. Backstage, he runs into Lana, who only says Rusev in a Russian accent now, apparently.
Yeah.
She spoke English, like English.
Yeah.
With a Florida accent.
Yeah.
Like she was born in.
I think it's getting to the point where they're getting ready to do away with her accent completely.
She was like, you don't need to be apologizing to me. You need to be apologizing to Rusev.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I've been trying to. And she's like, oh yeah, he needs some time. So Aiden is saying, like, let him know, like, I've had his back since day one.
What do you think is going to happen? You think Rusev's going to show up and then Aiden's going to talk to him? Because I have a whole different feeling. I think Aiden's going to go out to the ring one of these weeks. He's going to call out Rusev. Rusev's going to come out and just annihilate Aiden English.
It's very possible. Because Lana even says, you have to think, I want what's best for Rusev, but are you what's best for Rusev?
Yeah.
And Aiden's like, fair. Very fair.
She was like, maybe it's time for you to leave.
Yeah. Maybe it's time for you to stop stealing my man away from me. So I can do my wifely duties and suck that dick. And so, it could go either way.
What's her name? Lena?
But, Lena.
Lana?
CJ.
CJ?
I feel like that's the route it's gonna go down. But Aiden...
Do you think that they're gonna get a spot on the card for SummerSlam?
Kickoff, maybe.
Rusev versus Aiden English. Do you think that's SummerSlam worthy?
No. Aiden, as much as I like Aiden as a manager, he can't swim by himself. He's not there. Pair Aiden up with, like, an Elias?
What's next for Bludgeon Brothers?
Sanity is really all I could think of.
That's exactly what I told him. I
'Cause I could
said Sanity's your next
I could
tag
see
team champs.
Rusev and Aiden English for a one-off. Just a one-shot.
A one-off and then they break up because Aiden messes up again?
No, I think Rusev like purposely screws Aiden and let Aiden gets killed by Bludgeon Brothers.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
Because the tag team division in SmackDown is kind of like... I mean, there's no really... Like, I get Sanity, but Bludgeon Brothers are the heel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's... There's things. There are things. We next get... your SmackDown babe, Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what was that?
As of right now, yes. Go on.
Why?
Go on.
What's wrong, sir?
Go on. Just go on.
What's wrong with him?
Go on. Let him soak.
Let him soak in the fact that Becky Lynch is your bae? Is that what we're talking about? What is he mad about? I don't know. What is he mad about? Did I say your name wrong?
El Igolo.
El Idolo.
Go on.
I just want to know what...
What? What is this for? I need to know.
Cammy and Bay for Pete and Velveteen.
Cammy? What'd you say?
It's Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Cammy?
Cammy.
You call them Cammy?
That's actually what they call them.
Cammy?
They did, and it didn't stick, thank God.
Cammy and my bae.
Cammy and Sammy. Yes, Cammy.
Cammy and Sammy?
Cammy
And Becky.
and Bay.
Cammy. So, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and Becky Lynch for who?
Pete Dunne
And Velveteen.
and Velveteen. You don't want Ronda.
Is she going to be in this? Because I mentioned that earlier, and you said
Is Taco Bell going to be in this?
Taco Bell can't be in this.
Then I guess Ronda can't be in it.
Then that's fine.
Is there going to be a shake here?
Really like Kevin.
Oh my God.
Pete Dunne is your gold.
He is my gold.
He's thinking about it. The deal has been made.
My hands are very sweaty. I apologize.
It's alright. Oh, yes! I got Becky Lynch back.
Because of Sarah Logan.
It's in Sarah Logan's pussy.
Remember him saying he wasn't going to swear? He was going to set a good example.
That ended fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, my new bae is Zelina Vega. I'm just playing.
You son of a bitch!
No, my new bae is Lana.
Ooh. She was looking mighty sexy on
Oh
Tuesday.
my god. That's why I was like, you know what, maybe I should give Eric Becky. Becky, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling this vibe anymore.
Well, Eric, your SmackDown bae, Becky Lynch, was on TV.
And this is when it's glorious, and this is when all of you should predict that Carmella is going to win now. Because she's back on her losing streak.
Becky goes to face Mandy Rose with Sonya Deville out at ringside, and they make a point that Becky has tapped out.
Lana becomes the next women's champion.
Oh my God! They make a point that Becky has tapped out just about every woman on the SmackDown roster, which she has except for 2. And I really had to think about who the other one was, because obviously one's Carmella. Well, okay, Asuka doesn't count because she hasn't faced Asuka. So Carmella, Asuka.
You know that she's the only one that hasn't faced Asuka out of the 4 horsewomen?
I know, that's crazy.
We'll go on.
And the last one is Naomi.
Oh, yeah, it's
Hasn't tapped out Naomi, at least in a singles competition, in a while. But she faces Mandy Rose. This match is kind of what you would expect. Becky fires up the offense, puts on the disarmer, Mandy taps out. But then, Becky cuts a promo, and that's more what this was about. Becky mentions, that Straight Fire is coming for Carmella. It's time for Becky Balboa to be SmackDown Live Women's Champion once again. The thing with Becky that I love about her promos, it's so genuine, and you can tell that it's just her. It's just her being her, because she's such a fucking goofball. Mm-hmm. But, so then we go backstage with Paige here. And, she's watching TV, not like a normal wrestler does. Not from the side. She's watching it from behind, like we can't see what's on the TV. Carmella then walks in, and Paige is saying, did you see that? This and that, da-da-da-da. And she's saying that Carmella next week is going to fight Becky. And Carmella's like, I'm not putting my title on the line. Paige is like, that's fine. And Carmella said, all right, good. Then I'll fight Becky. And she's like, but if Becky does beat you, you'll put your title on the line at SummerSlam. And Carmella just made her face, her face.
Fine.
Yeah, that. Fine. Whatever. I'll let Sarah Logan fuck me in the ass. What was that? What?
Sounds like a cat in heat.
It's a
He
wild.
must really like Sarah Logan.
It's a Wild Nelson in Heat.
No, Wild Nelsons and Heat magically become Southern.
Yeah, and that's them fucking their sheep.
Oh my god.
Oh god, wait, never mind. He's not
horse.
true.
My horse.
My horse.
You have some alpaca stories, alright? So I don't want to start with you.
I do not.
You ate that alpaca's ass.
I did not.
What?
It was a stuffed alpaca.
You ate an alpaca's ass?
It was a
He
stuffed alpaca.
ate that alpaca's ass like there was no tomorrow.
So what had happened was, what was that? Katsu?
Either right before
What?
we left or when we left.
Yeah, it was at Katsu though.
Yeah.
It was when we were leaving. So I was carrying fucking all my shit and my ex's shit, and I just so happened to be carrying the fucking stuffed alpaca she wanted, so I bought. And now I'm fucking got all this shit in my arms, and I have a fucking stuffed alpaca's ass in my face.
He ate that alpaca's ass like groceries.
You'd try anything twice.
How was that alpaca ass, by the way?
Don't knock it till you try it twice.
She still has that alpaca. It still goes to counseling.
No, she shows up every Monday night.
What do you do with that alpaca? You alpaca the alpaca?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, then we get Ty Dillinger in his
I
locker room.
created a deconstructed alpaca.
Okay. Didn't know I was doing the podcast with the serial animal murder.
I did an animal murder. I fucked it. And it became deconstructed. It doesn't spit anymore. It just swallows.
So, next, we had Ty Dillinger
Eric's in
backstage.
texting mode.
He's texting Alicia Fox.
Foxy!
Ty Dillinger backstage, and for the first time on TV, R-Truth shows up. And R-Truth says, "Are you ready?" And Dillinger kind of says, "You know, I don't need this right now." Da-da-da-da. Dillinger gets himself fired up and walks away. And then Truth turns, and he says, "Hold on, I gotta call you back. Ty's about to do something stupid." And he turns off his Bluetooth. And he said, "I said, are you ready to go? Not, I said, don't fight Samoa Joe, not are you ready to go?" And Ty goes to fight Samoa Joe. Ty comes out swinging on Samoa Joe and puts in a lot of offense. Like, the fire-up babyface kind of thing, you know.
And his pelvis gets right.
And then Joe murders him, puts in the coquina clutch. What I liked about this coquina clutch is Ty struggled, and you could see, like, with his last, like, gasp of breath, he tapped out. He was like, ugh.
He's like,
Yeah, he's like, alright, I can't do anything, I'm dying.
germs.
I'm dying, Squirtle. Samoa Joe wins. Rumor is Samoa Joe's next for the WWE title.
Pikachu uses lightning attack.
What does Pikachu have to do with this?
Dying Squirtle.
Which, if Samoa Joe is next for the WWE title, which is what's being reported, I hope they can
Do
capture
you
that.
think it's Joe at SummerSlam?
I don't know who else would be next.
Who's on the Smackdown Raw, so that would be
Well,
next.
it's not Andrade, unless that was a swerve.
It could be.
Could
Maybe
be.
he comes back out and be like, you know,
I wouldn't mind them
beat
like
me,
having like an actual like 25-minute match. I would not mind
It
that.
could be Andrade, but I don't think Vince will give him SummerSlam.
I doubt it.
It could be Joe, most likely Joe, but Joe I feel like is gonna destroy Truth next, and then he's gonna go after Ty again. He does this every time he comes back from injury. He beats the shit out of one random dude. Like when he came back and he was like, Roman can't get it done, and he was focused on Roman for the longest time.
Yeah.
He always does this. I don't know.
Well, Paige is going to announce next week who the number one contender is. If it's Joe, I hope they can capture that TNA magic from a few years back.
When did she say this?
The announcers announced it. Next
After
week.
that Joe's match?
They announced it. Let me check the notes here. Blah 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 blah. Still to come. New Day in the locker room. Talking about that match. That one. Total Bellas commercial. Yep. So it was before the main event that they said that they talked about Becky and Carmella next week, and they also said we'll find out AJ's SummerSlam opponent.
Okay.
But if not Joe, like...
Could it be a surprise?
Who would be the surprise?
Someone from NXT.
They don't come up till after SummerSlam,
Yeah, that's what
silly.
we're known. That's what it's known.
They could swerve.
I am the top 1%.
If they bring him up now, life is a lie. Sir, you need this.
No, I'm not. I'm grabbing my phone charger. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I don't know who else it would be.
I don't know. It's probably going to be Joe. It makes sense to be Joe, but I would like to get swerved. Who haven't we seen?
It's not gonna be Jeff.
Who haven't we seen? It ain't going to be Randy.
It's not gonna be Randy.
Who haven't we seen?
It's not gonna be DB or The Miz.
Who haven't we seen in NXT?
Cassius Ohno.
Cassius was this week.
Oh, I didn't watch.
He destroyed his opponent.
Did he?
Literally, they looked at each other, and Cassius did like a suplex, and then he was just like he looked at like he was like, "What the hell am I doing here?" And boom, that was it. He pinned him, and he just walked out.
Oh, good for Cassius.
Like he looked heelish.
I don't know.
All right, go on. I want to see if there's anything on that.
Yeah. So then, The Miz has a eulogy for Team Hell No. And The Miz starts off saying, we're not here, we're talking about the most important thing here. Not about the fact that Miz and Mrs. debuts next week. Not about the fact that The Miz was the MVP of the All-Star softball game. But about the fact that Team Hell No is dead. And he says, to quote Kane's favorite band, NSYNC, it's time to say, bye, bye, bye to Team Hell No. He then goes on to say they're buried 6 feet under. Asked for a moment of silence, which everyone starts cheering. He did the when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. And they started chanting yes. And Miz looks back and he goes, you know what? The yes chance would have been more appropriate. You guys are right.
It's Joe.
He then says,
It's Joe.
one final thing, I told you so. Then he starts to rip into Kane. He starts to rip into Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan hears enough. His music hits up. The pallbearers actually start taking their shirt off because they're ready to fight. Daniel comes through the crowd, and this is the first time he's hit Miz.
Did he land a shot on this?
Yeah. He hit him with like a forearm or maybe a punch from behind. I don't know. He got a few hits in, and then the pallbearers came. Miz ran away. He clears out the pallbearers, hits the running knee on one of them.
Oh yeah, he like destroyed the set and then just he obliterated everyone.
Yep.
And the Miz is like, oh boy.
So we're getting that now with his extension. I don't know if that counts enough for him to win.
3 months, huh? That would take him to what? So it expires in September, so October, November, December.
So TLC.
TLC would be
If he's under contract long enough for TLC.
right. So.
So at least Survivor Series.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He needs to sign that deal. That's all I'm saying.
He quote unquote most likely will because of his wife and her ties.
He might just want like, you know what? I'm not signing. I'm not going to sign anywhere else. I just want to spend time with Birdie.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
very possible.
It is. Because I know he's already said, like, I want to be featured on Bree's show. I want to be featured on Bree's YouTube, and WWE won't let me do that if I sign elsewhere.
Yeah.
So, they have a hold on him by the balls.
Because of Brie.
Because of Bree. I'd be like, listen, bitch, you need to leave this fucking place.
Kind of like what CM Punk did to AJ.
Yeah. Hey, at least she found a way out.
Yeah, that's true.
We then had Kofi Kingston with the New Day at his side versus Eric Young with Sanity at his side. This was also a good match. High flying. I don't like that they played it that Kofi Kingston was the veteran and Eric Young was new.
Yeah.
Like, Eric Young's been wrestling longer than Kofi has.
Yeah.
Like, they even talked, like, 8 years ago, Eric Young had a tryout for WWE and he didn't make it. And maybe that's why he's so crazy.
No.
Shut up, Saxton. But it was a good match. I don't like that Eric Young only won because of Sanity interference. Like, he should look stronger than that. As the leader of Sanity, especially. Like, if that was Alexander Wolf, fine. Totally fine. But, still a good match. Eric Young wins. We then have the main event. After it being announced about the, AJ's next challenger being announced next week.
Yep.
Shinsuke versus Nakamura. Shinsuke versus Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship. I wish this was the match they put on Sunday. But I guess this is Jeff's going out match because he's going to be out for a while, so he went balls to the wall.
He attacked Shinsuke.
He beat the holy hell out of Shinsuke. He hit the Whisper in the Wind. He hit the Twist of Fate. He hit the Swanton. I noticed he landed on his upper back. And his lower back landed on Shinsuke, but he hit his upper back first.
Right.
Because that lower back is what he said has been killing him. That and his knee.
We haven't seen the Swanton bomb in
a
so
while.
long yet.
But
So he hit it, going for the pin, and gets
1, 2,
out.
Randy Orton drags him out. Randy proceeds to beat the holy hell out of Jeff Hardy. Stomps his head into the stairs. He leans over Jeff and he grabs his face. And he goes, "You want to know why I'm doing this?"
Just ask.
He said, "Just ask. You'll find out soon enough." I want to point that Shinsuke is terrified at the top of the title.
He asked the referee to grab him his belt.
Yeah. He's looking over like, "Oh, that looked very crazy. I don't want." So Randy, after he says, "You'll find out soon enough," you see him start to play with Jeff's piercing, his earlobes. And he sticks his finger in his ear hole, and he starts pulling. And I can't remember the last time I've cringed watching wrestling. Except for that, they even cut to this one girl in the crowd who has gauges, and she's holding her ears horrified.
Yeah.
After that lasted way too long, actually, because the cringe was real. Don't know how they pulled that off. He throws Jeff over the table, and you hear him scream, "Where's Shinsuke?" Because Shinsuke is fucking gone.
He's like, "Where's Shinsuke?"
So that's what's next for Shinsuke and Randall.
It's very possible that Randy's gonna capture the title.
Well, heel Randy is best Randy.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of reports are saying that they're giving Randy one last push before he officially becomes part-timer. So, what way to do it best than heel Randy?
But, Shinsuke just got it. They should have just let Randy take it off Jeff then and hurt Jeff.
I think it's going to be Randy at SummerSlam. Unfortunately, I don't want it to, but if they're saying what I think they're saying, giving him a final push, or maybe it's Randy for now, and then Randy, challenges AJ or Joe, or I don't know. It just seems like Randy's going to win this title. Well, ultimately, for Jeff Hardy to come back. You know what I mean?
I was also another thing. Who's the face in this situation? Jeff's gone for we don't know how long.
That's what I was talking to Eric about too, because I was like, I feel like it should be Shinsuke. But
heel Shinsuke.
It's Randy. Randy's heel. You don't do that to another dude with his ear. A person that the fan and kids love all around. Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, you don't do that to anybody.
So will they have heel Shinsuke versus heel Randy?
Maybe, because at least heel Shinsuke, it's
they did have heel face Bobby versus face Roman.
At least the thing with Shinsuke, it's he's a heel, but he's not booed.
Yeah, they still sing along.
And I also honestly thought we were done with the low blow spot, because I forgot to mention that very early on in the match. Shinsuke went for the low blow and Jeff sidestep. And even Shinsuke smiled "Oh, you saw through my tricks."
He's not a sad crown, he's a smart crown.
He's a smart sad crown. But I give Smackdown... If it wasn't for Almas tapping out, I would have gave Smackdown an A-.
Why minus?
Because even the Eric Young thing was enough to
piss you off.
Draw it down, but the Almas tapping out thing was the most questionable thing I had.
Yeah.
But even with that, I'll give it a B plus, an 86, 87.
I'll give it 85, so B. Solid B.
Eric thinks it's a D. We don't know what his problem with SmackDown is lately. But he's
not even here.
No, he can come back and do NXT when he gets here. But yeah, so that Sarah Logan Poon.
Poonani.
Hi, Sarah.
Hey, he's returned.
I walked in at Punani. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Was it Sarah Logan's again?
Yeah.
Honey pig.
What were you doing?
Looking up Sarah Logan's Punani.
I went and grabbed my charger, and then I was like, fuck, I never went to the bathroom when I came back the first time.
And then you had a phone call.
Yeah.
Well, sir, 205 Live is all you.
So, 205 Live.
205 in Sarah Logan's thighs. What? You don't approve?
I expected more out of you.
So did Sarah Logan.
Okay, 205
I'm
Live.
really glad that Alex doesn't watch our podcast.
Oh my fuck.
He'd be like, Denzel! And I'd be like, fuck.
Now you're in trouble.
Now I'm in trouble.
Styled it.
I can swing a chair. Well, I can threaten to swing a chair. And she'll just be like, what's going on? But guaranteed, I talk like that, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Facts. So, the show kicks off with TJP. And he comes out saying, whoa, whoa, what a treat, what a treat. Drake Maverick is gracious enough to tell me who my opponent is beforehand. I feel so spoiled that I even came out to my own entrance music, and I even get to pick out my own ring gear. It's pretty much Christmas around here. No, but if it were, I know what I would want to throw my name out for the NXT title opportunity. NXT, the next title opportunity.
You, sir, done hecked up.
My mind is on NXT.
Your mind's not on Sarah Logan?
No. But Drake Maverick probably won't listen. He prefers me to be a curtain jerker in this diaper storm of a town in Wilkes Boring. Seriously, do you guys actually admit that you're from here, or do you just say you're from Philly? And then he begins to bash Noam Dar, and Dar comes out.
Dar, 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 dar.
Match starts and Dar almost wins fast again. Enough!
We have to do it every time. It's happened every time.
Well, I have to rush now. But match starts again and Dar almost wins immediately again, but TJP dodged that kick. From there, we have a very technical match between them both, especially TJP. He started working the restructured knee of Dar and kept working it, eventually making Dar tap out to the knee bar.
Sure did.
Next was
Damn right he did.
Gulak with Kendrick and Gallagher versus Danny Garcia. And that's all you need to know there because...
Dragon Sleeper real quick.
Very quickly. Like, you could have snapped your... fingers and the match would have been over. Yeah. It was that quick. And then he basically said he knows what's next for him and he's coming for a title opportunity as well.
The NXT title?
No, the Cruiserweight title, which the way this is setting up, I feel like it's going to be like TJP versus Noam Dar versus Gulak.
Well, Drake Maverick announced at the end of the show what the match is going to be next week for the number one contenders.
Why was Drew Gulak at the UK tournament?
Dunno. Really don't know.
Anyone want to answer that? Because he fought Jack Gallagher in the first round.
Yeah, he did.
Lost.
I don't know
why the fuck was Drew Gulak in the UK tournament?
Gallagher.
Right.
Do you have an answer to the question?
No, I don't.
No.
But Noam Dar is actually going to be facing Pete Dunne for the UK title soon as well.
He won that right, as they announced.
Which we already know how that's going to go. Next,
love me some Pete Dunne. Welcome to the winners.
Was
brand.
Leo Rush versus Akira Tozawa, which was a really good match. But unfortunately, Leo Rush is just way too quick for Tozawa. Tozawa couldn't keep up with him. He was outpaced by Leo Rush. Tozawa took control towards the end, but Rush is just Leo Rush. You can't just keep up with that. He ended up hitting the turnbuckle, which made Tozawa fall, and he ended up hitting the gold, not the Gold Rush. What is it? I can't remember the name of his finisher now. I'm drawing a blank.
The Frog Splash.
No, it's not the Frog Splash.
That's just a Frog Splash.
The Final Hour. I think that's what it's called. To score the win, which I really hope this isn't the end of these two, because I really like where this was going. This entire feud, them going back and forth the last couple weeks, and now this match, you get I feel like this is making Tozawa useful again, now that they took Hideo Itami away from him.
The thing that I didn't like was that they were making a big deal about how he bumped the ropes and knocked Tozawa off, and they're like, that's how you want to win? Like, he didn't cheat.
No. How many people have won that way? How many?
And it's not dirty. It's just that.
Almost everybody in the history of everybody.
And then
I missed that part.
Cedric came into the office, said, Drake Maverick, he told me by the end of the night, I'm going to know what's going on with this title, so what's going on? And he said there's going to be a fatal 4-way next week. TJP, Drew Gulak, Hideo Itami, and one name I can't remember.
Was it a nobody? Or?
No, it was a name. I just don't remember who. It wasn't Leo Rush. Wasn't Akira Tozawa. Just don't remember who.
Not Mustafa.
Mustafa Ali.
I was gonna say not Mustafa.
Mustafa Ali.
Okay. I feel like Mustafa's winning. I'm getting vibes it's gonna be Mustafa. I kind of want to see TJP do it.
It's TJP in my eyes. He's done everything to deserve that damn title shot.
Not really. I don't know if he's out of hot water yet. You know how Vince can hold a grudge.
I think he's good at this point. Because Hideo's already happened. Gulak's already happened. Mustafa's already happened. Gotta be TJP at this point.
It doesn't have to be TJP. Oh wait, never mind. It doesn't matter if Vince still hates him or not. Vince has no control over this anymore.
Nice.
But
What I just read.
on to NXT.
Was it about Sarah Logan?
It was about Braun Strowman. And how they said that his briefcase isn't a Raw exclusive case.
Since when?
Since when?
I'm telling you. It says
Where'd you read it?
I read it. It was on a couple of websites and on a website that follows. I forget what they're called, but they said, ladies and gentlemen, for you guys who think that Braun is raw. There's a reason why that briefcase isn't red. It's green.
But no, they literally both general managers stated that if you win it, you have to cash in on your brand. Okay. The only way that would work out is if he's traded to SmackDown.
And Braun has been exclusively saying Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. That's the only way that would work.
Okay.
He would have to be traded to SmackDown.
I think this one of us would go on.
NXT. So there will be a number one contenders match with Kairi Sane, who is actually no longer the Bay.
You switched back to Dakota Kai?
No. Because technically she's under contract for NXT, just a different brand of NXT, Toni Storm.
Okay.
Because, God, she's gorgeous.
Hey, she's 21.
How old?
21.
What's 10 plus 9?
19.
Fucking hate you, Thomas.
You're Thomas.
I'm not Thomas.
You're Thomas.
Listen, Springer.
You've always been Thomas.
I'm Ryder Braun.
Yeah.
Ryder Braun.
Oh my god, you're Thomas.
Number one contender match: Kyrie versus Nikki Cross versus Candice LeRae. Thank God that dumb broad got hurt and got pulled from this match.
I don't see your problem with Bianca Belair.
I don't like her.
That doesn't solve anything.
We will also be seeing Lacey Evans versus Dakota Kai, which actually led off the show, which was a really good match.
What culture pro wrestling? Brought up 4 people for AJ.
I saw the video. Didn't watch it. Review your show, sir.
That just came out.
Dakota started the match out quickly. Evans kept mocking her, but she kept answering the mockery.
Mockery.
It was a mockery. And then Evans' mockery of her kick-filled arsenal with a quick roll-up. The speedy, frustrated Evans... I can't English. The speed of Dakota Kai pissed off Evans pretty much. But she ended up going crazy and pulling herself together. Dakota ran to tie her in the Tree of Woe and then delivered an inverted Bronco Buster to seize control. Evans used her size and strength advantage to ground Kai. And then from there, just basically become Evans' show. Evans did miss the moonsault at one point. Kai followed up with a series of rapid kicks. Evans fought back with a pump handle slam, avoided an enziguri, and flattened Dakota Kai with the woman's right for the pinfall victory. Very good match. I kind of want to see this feud keep going. After that was actually a shocker. We finally got to see someone on TV again. Cassius Ohno versus Rick Ramirez. Whoever you are, you're probably someone from developmental. But Cassius caught the win for the first time in how long?
But it was the way how he won. Because I watched that match. OMG. Dude, when I tell you that when there's a guy who shows up to work, and Cassius Ohno gets in the ring, looks like he's like, why am I even here? He does kind of goes one-on-one with him for like a second, and then he's like, you know what, fuck this. Elbow. 1, 2, 3, and literally just walks out like he looks pissed.
Well, do you blame him? He's been...
I'm excited because this is a different Cassius Ohno.
Yeah, because his frustrations as of late, he's been losing nonstop, or he's just been stuck backstage doing nothing. And then it was the number 1 contenders match between Kairi, Candice, and Nikki Cross. God, this match. Honestly, these three and the ring in general, I love, and I feel like we need to see them more. That's why I'm kind of hoping Nikki Cross doesn't go to the main roster, even though I know she is.
She's going to SmackDown.
She is. She's rejoining Sanity on SmackDown. And you think someone else is coming up, I think it's going to be Nikki and Shayna. Because I think it's time for the Pirate Princess to win that title.
I just don't see it.
I don't see it happening. I think you're biased.
Why?
You hate Shayna.
And you love Kyrie.
And you love Kyrie. 2 biases. Bias I? Biases?
Kind of like how he loves AJ Styles. It's just the way it is, bro.
5th best of all time.
It'll make a good prediction show because we should have a lot of different.
Yeah, I think this might be more fucked than... well, we'll have to wait to see for the next coming weeks.
Yeah.
The Raw and SmackDown before the show. SmackDown predictable, then Raw fucks us. And your winners, the B team.
That wasn't even a show before the show fucked. That was just a what?
Soiled it. But the first portion of the match saw Nikki Cross and Candice LeRae pair off while Kyrie was basically indisposed at ringside. Chance created... the fans were just amazing during this match. As amazing as all NXT fans are. Like, I don't know what it is, but NXT fans actually are passionate about the wrestling.
Hardcore.
Where... when they were in New Hampshire, SmackDown a couple weeks ago, holy fuck, that crowd was boring.
Yeah, they were.
Like, they had no emotions whatsoever.
Just like an Extreme Rules. The main event that nobody wanted, so they listened to them.
The main event they got.
Them the main event that they actually wanted, and they just shat on it.
Well, it wasn't the fans that they did
it
for. No, it's not the fans that they did the main event for.
Oh, yeah.
The superstars in the back were petitioning for that to be the main event.
But they still shit on it.
Yeah. A spear by the recovered Kyrie leveled Nikki Cross, and then she did a double stomp to Candice, which nearly netted her the victory. Finally, she turned... LeRae unloaded on Kyrie. She also hit Nikki Cross with a series of forearms. And then grounded Kyrie with a cannonball from the apron. As per usual, the fans still went crazy. LeRae was a second away from victory. Hold on, someone just called. Second away from victory.
Oh, and he didn't answer it this time.
Fuck off. Hold on, let me text. Because I can't...
Soiled it.
All of it.
Aww.
I like
playing in the garage.
I like when Sarah Logan soils herself.
Alright.
Lay off! Before I start.
Candace was a second away from
victory. Out of this.
Candace was a second away from
dare
victory.
you, sir.
Cross pulled her out of the ring and delivered a
get that
swinging
chair.
neck breaker on the arena floor. Back in the ring, Cross rode
I need
a
seats.
wave of momentum, dominating Kyrie. A trifecta of suplexes grounded Kyrie, leaving her prone at the mercy of the unstable Nikki Cross, because she is very unstable. Candace recovered and delivered the unprettier. A lion salt followed, but it was Sane who launched herself off the top rope with a Sane elbow for the win. She is now the number one contender. Very great match. Seemed like very old school women's wrestling in this match.
So there were bra and panties everywhere.
No, I'm talking about like the good matches with Lita and Trish. You can't see that on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, because they won't let it happen.
Because Mella is
Garbage. Mella is garbage.
money.
She's the dump of New York City.
Dollar.
She's Staten Island.
Anywho, that was NXT. I'm giving NXT an A- this week.
Say B-.
I'll give it a solid B.
Definitely stole the show compared to the other ones.
I don't think so.
What do you think was the best show this week?
Based on wrestling, probably Raw. Honestly, you even have to admit that. I mean, yes, it was predictable, but
Those triple threat matches were great.
yeah. And then two of them. NXT had two women's matches. Mind you, they were great, but
But you also don't see enough of the women on any other show.
correct. But what else was there? There was no signs of anyone else besides women and.
Because this whole show was about the number one contenders match for the women's title.
Great, and I understand that, but every week can't be a great week for NXT. This wasn't a great week for them.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, that's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion.
Stole the show.
I disagree.
Raw was second.
Disagree.
We're 205 at third. And then SmackDown with a D-.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you have been in the heavy minority for that one in the last
Randy
few weeks.
Orton's making me want to watch SmackDown every week.
He just came back.
I know, and it's great.
That was literally the only good thing about SmackDown. And Becky
you
Lynch
must have
winning.
not watched SmackDown,
And Becky Lynch winning.
which is over now.
You son of a bitch. Anywho, that's the end of this podcast. Once again, signing off here is Sinister, your new predictions champion. Where the fuck's my belt?
Did you bring it with you in your room?
Did I? I'll have to check.
He said.
Your new predictions champion, Sinister here.
So important to him that he doesn't even know where he puts it.
Listen,
$17.97, I have you know.
one of you fucks could have planned the heist here. We got Zell,
Yeah, I'm not you. I don't
Mr.
play
Arcadia.
heists.
We will see you next time. Love y'all.
You're gonna hit the love y'all, but you're not gonna be close enough to end it.
You're the
Clearly, I'm
closest.
laying back.
Oh my! You got foot.